Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook. Before we get started, I want to ask you an important question. Can you hear all the noise in the background? I can barely hear my voice. It so happens that today the municipal folks decided to come and clean tree debris on my street. So they're being very, very loud outside of my window, which makes me a little bit uncomfortable in my ability to deliver what I want to deliver today. So please indulge me as I. Oh, good. Oh, good. You can't hear the background noise. If you were sitting here with Luna and I, you would hear so much noise. And I'm going to try my best to deliver what I want to deliver. The machine stopped. Oh, that is a good thing. Good morning, everyone. This is Coffee and Headlines. I closed my windows. I closed my curtains. I'm just trying to make something good out of this morning. And to make things more interesting, I had such a bad visceral reaction to a news item that I'm going to share with you today that we're just going to go with the flow. That's what we're going to do. As always, we try to bring the best of news to you, and we're gonna do that today. I cannot even concentrate. This is horrible. Anyhow, as always, it's a pleasure to see you. Today is Thursday, December 14, and I see a lot of familiar faces. If you are not a familiar face, or would you like to let us know that you're watching live for the first time, please do so. All you have to do is write the word new, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. Oh, the machine stopped. Yes. Oof, we can breathe. What else? And of course, if you have some information that is really important for you to share, it helps a great deal if you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and that way we'll be looking for it. And I will be looking for your comments about something that is just frying my noodles in the worst way possible. But first, I'm going to give you some good news, and I suppose that's a good thing. The good news is that we had our very first Christmas parade in Puerto Vallarta. It was very well received by locals and tourists last night. The parade began at the municipal stadium and not at the Buenaventura Hotel, as had been originally announced. And it featured over 30 floats and a large number of participants from the public and private sector. If anybody was there and would like to share your experience, I would love to hear it. I was not able to be there, but thanks to the nice folks at the Department of Culture, I was able to grab a number of images that were taken by the city drone so that you can see what it looked like. Here we are looking at, the Christmas tree on the Malecón, people cheering and watching other people go by. And I'm reading some of your comments as I'm sharing these photographs. Is that an Oompa Loompa? No, that's an elf. That's an elf. A friend of mine told me he saw more than one Santa, so I think the position was filled. Let's see what else. There you go. And that terrace on the top is that restaurant that was right in front of the main plaza that is now closed. I don't think it is operating because, as you can see, there are some chairs that are not even put in position, or maybe it is open. I don't even know what it is anymore. There's the nice, happy people from the Department of Culture, all wearing Santa hats and bows. Love it. Another aerial view of the city. This makes me happy because even though I was not able to be there, it was a good thing for the city. Here is the Department of Permits. I think they ended up instructing a lot of the local dependencies of the municipal government, hey, go get pretty, go get smart, dress up as Santa, and make this happen. And I think they did. And hopefully next year, even more people from oh my God, there's that. It looks like the non-Oompa Loompa is about to jump into our arms, or at least that's the impression that I'm getting. I'm a little scared. No, gracias. And this is the last image that I have to share with you. And there you have it. So this was a big event, and I'm seeing some comments right now, and I'm going to continue to look at your comments, but we'll look at them completely later on today. It was a slow day for news, but I have some food for thought that worries me, and because of this event. And in order for you to understand why I'm feeling so contrite about this right now, I want to show you this image. Remember COVID? I mean, COVID was huge and very alarming everywhere, but I cannot speak of the experience elsewhere. I can very much speak of what it felt like to be in Puerto Vallarta in 2020 when the whole thing got out of hand. And it was very, very frightening to be in our city because we had no answers. We had a lot of questions. We had a lot of fear. We had a lot of uncertainty as to what was going to happen. Here at Coffee and Headlines, we tried our best to create connections between you and whatever knowledge was available. But beyond what I do for a living, I mean, just like any other private citizen, I was terrified, not knowing exactly what was going to happen. And of course, the government acted responsibly by creating all kinds of limitations in our ability to go out and entertain ourselves. I remember all those issues with bars being able to serve or not to serve, and nightlife shutting down completely in Puerto Vallarta, and causing financial struggles for some industries, of course, but for many of us, you know, it was the right thing to do. And then in the middle of it all, it was 4th of July of 2020 when a gay circuit party organizer decided to throw a very discreet clandestine party at Terranoble. And Terranoble is a wellness center located up on the hill. So you'd think all the way up on the hill, nobody would have found out that some gay party was going on. But, you know, you can't keep those kinds of secrets in this city. People find out about those things. And to make things more colorful, the party was blasting lights and sound so loudly that you could hear it all over the city, and you could see the lights blasting over the city when the rest of us were doing our best to follow whatever guidelines were presented in front of us. What does that have anything to do with anything? Well, to the best of my knowledge, the people at Terranoble never owned their irresponsible decision to throw such a party, but now they are throwing an art and wellness connection festival. And they're doing that alongside with our dear friends from Hecho a Mano Puerto Vallarta. So it's going to be uh, uh, an arts and crafts thing, but then you're able to connect with God knows what, and they are. I don't know. I just reacted very negatively to this thing. They're saying we're going to have this event where we are going to we it's an event for families and for dignity and for wellness and for this, that, and the other. And I'm like thinking to myself, well, wait a second, you fuckers. I mean, didn't you throw that nasty old party that put us in a bad mood for like a week and a half, and then you wash your hands and you're just going to throw this event? And for this event, they're charging for the privilege, and I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong to get all worked up about something, but it is unfortunate that these folk are relying on amnesia or people forgetting wrongdoings so that they can carry on just as business as usual. The same thing as some of our politicians are doing. This guy is also banking on amnesia to become Puerto Vallarta's next mayor. His name is Ramon Guerrero. At present time, he is a pre-candidate for the Movimiento Ciudadano. But you have to have lived in town for some time to know that he was mayor of Puerto Vallarta before. And when his term ended, it did not end well. It did not leave a good taste in our mouths, as is often the case when our mayors come and go. There was absolutely no transparency during his term, and he made many, many questionable decisions, such as attempting to overhaul the public lighting system in the city by granting contracts to specific companies, and also spending millions of pesos on automatic sprinkler systems that were supposed to take care of all the plants along the medians in Francisco Medina Asensio. Do you know when those sprinklers ever sprinkled? They never did. It never worked. It was never used. And just this week, when I was going to the movies, I was reminded of that, because every now and then when you cross the street, you can see the PV pipes that are still running along. But did they ever work? No, they never worked. So how do we deal with these situations? I, for once, there's no way in hell I'm going to this party. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I'm just thinking, where do we draw the line between past offenses that were not acknowledged and the present? I mean, I have done wrongdoing. I have wronged people, and I have always tried to own up to that. I mean, nobody's perfect, but I don't know. This just gave me such a bad feeling. And as much as I love our friends from Hecho a Mano, Lucy, I really hope you did all your homework, and I really hope that that somebody asked the responsible questions. It's like, why did you do that back then? And is it okay to let businesses to all of a sudden just continue with their business just as if nothing ever happened? And I am sorry to share this very thought-provoking morning with you, but that's just what was served on my inbox. I look forward to your comments. And now let's take a look at the weather just to see what's going on out there. Let me put it up on my screen. Don't tell anyone, but I regularly send bad weather to areas with high concentrations of climate change deniers. Oh, ouch. It is 27 degrees right now. Humidity is at 52%. And our weather forecast for today says that we're going to have mostly cloudy skies through the day with a high of 28 and a low of 21. Tomorrow, Friday, it'll be a humid day with mostly clear skies throughout the day, a high of 29 and a low of 19. Saturday will be a humid day with clear skies throughout the day, a high of 29 and a low of 19. And I am starting to see your comments, and I am loving them. But first, I do have something to look forward to. Aside from the next year's Christmas parade, I will definitely go check it out. But if you like your Beethoven symphonies, or if you don't like them but would like to like them, I was so thrilled to learn that Conjunto Santander is scheduling the performance of all 9 Beethoven symphonies live in Guadalajara throughout next year. And I am just so thrilled. It's not even funny. I don't know that I'll be able to get to all of them, but I do know that this will be yet another series of excuses, 9 additional excuses to visit Guadalajara sometime during the year. And with that, let's take a look at your comments, which are very much appreciated. Whether you agree or disagree with me, this is what we're here for. To just be mindful of what's going on. Good morning to everyone. I see many good mornings. I'm going to have a good day because I'm going to have lunch with very special people. Yay. Boom, 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 boom. Lots of good morning. I saw some comments about peanut butter. How did you guys get into peanut butter is a mystery to me. Let's see. Oh, Brian is having leftover stuffed potato. Brian and Chris and other friends, when we went to see the Oompa Loompa movie, which was very funny, we went for tacos afterwards, and we have this habit, or with this vice. I think it's a habit. It's not a vice. I love it when taco places serve potatoes. Baked potatoes in one way or another, and we all got baked potatoes to bring home, and I had mine yesterday and it was absolutely delicious. Let's see. Gary saw pictures of the parade. It looked amazing. Yes. How fun is that? Oh, Sherry says we were at the parade and it went right past our hotel. All we had to do was go outside. We did walk a block to the arches, and lots of families and fun. Floats were cute. That's nice to hear. Spencer contributes. There was a video on Facebook showing light snowflakes occurring here. Impossible. It was just photoshopped. I don't think no. There's been snowflakes in Guadalajara, and it's just like some speckles, and people get all excited. But no, I don't think there is snow in Puerto Vallarta. I wonder if there's ever been snow in Puerto Vallarta. That's where the peanut butter comments came from. Gotcha. I remember those early days, those early COVID days here, and how you were a lifeline. Well, I will appreciate that. Well, we were all each other's lifeline, Rita. It was frightening for everyone. It really was. Den says, agree with you completely about the party they threw during COVID. All of us were trying to prevent ourselves and others from getting a disease that was killing people, and they just ignored it. Now, in all fairness, for all we know, the venue is under new management, or what do I know? But again, I'm not so easy on those kinds of situations. And again, if you want to go to this wellness thing, suit yourself. I'm not going to get all worked up on it more than I already am, because I'm already worked up about it. Okay, the USA has mucho amnesia politicians as well come re-election time. Well, I think it's a nature of the beast. There's a cue here. Just like the Sheraton's wrongdoing, we'll never give any of our money to them. I hear you, Brian, and the Sheraton thing stays very fresh in my memory, and it is unfortunate because their homophobia is, and I want somebody to call me and say, you said that we're homophobic? Oh my God, how dare you? Remember the last time we said somebody was homophobic here in Coffee and Headlines? The wife got all bent out of shape. But they're still homophobic. But I didn't mention them by name, so there. Historical amnesia, absence of shame, lack of responsibility. Welcome to our new world order. Isn't there a holiday or no, it's not a holiday, it's a celebration in the United States where the slogan is never forget? Maybe there are several, I'm not sure. Let's see. Do 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 do. I beg your pardon. Okay, never mind. Let's see what else we have. Ooh! Hola, Cluster Claudia, and I hope you have a great end of your week. Stay tuned for an open to the public secret dinner at Oculto soon. Oh my God, if it was holiday, if it was Christmas, and if it was romeritos, and if it was, all these Mexican things that we eat for Christmas in Mexico instead of turkey and all these other things that they eat elsewhere. Please keep us posted, Carmen, and much luck with your next public secret dinner. The Sheraton gets an F, and I think it's well deserved. Let's see. People always get on my case because I am vocal about the Salvation Army's homophobia. Never give a dime to people who hate you. Hear, hear. Hear, hear. And sometimes it's not easy to take those positions. I mean, I remember when, who was it? I forget who organizes the chili cookout, and I went several years ago, and I was just beside myself when I saw so much styrofoam, and I called them up publicly, and they were like clutching pearls. It's like, how dare you? Well, it is what it is. We are at the end of today. I don't see any more comments. I'm sorry to bring you a little bit of a downer, but this caught me off guard. I just found it right before we started, and I figured, do I keep it to myself or do I share my thoughts? And I share my thoughts because this is what we try to do. We share our thoughts, and I hope I didn't discourage you from going. If you want to go look at the city from up there and enjoy whatever wellness they have, hey, power to you. But if you go, maybe find one of the owners and ask questions. Somebody needs to ask questions about these things. That's it for today. Thank you as always. Thank you as always also for supporting Coffee and Headlines. This is one of those times of year in which a lot of people come to me and they say, wow, we're getting our aguinaldo, which is our Christmas bonus. And a lot of people get their Christmas bonus this time of year. And that's awesome when you work for a company. When you're self-employed, you don't necessarily get a Christmas bonus. When you are the maid, when you're cleaning houses, you don't necessarily get a Christmas bonus. So forget what they tell you and just think with your heart. And if you have somebody working for you at home, just be kind to them. Give them a little extra. It's that time of the year. And of course, I appreciate the fact that some of you have been very, very kind to Coffee and Headlines. I see some coffees being purchased recently, and I appreciate that very much. I appreciate your memberships, and I appreciate the community you create. We've been here for almost 3 years? I forget if it's 2 or 3 years, but we've been here a while, and we plan on continuing to be here, creating connections for all of us, to our city, to our way of life, and to our culture. So go and have a great day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Stay kind. Stay festive, ask questions, act responsibly, tell those that you love them, and have a good day.